Hey there guys, welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow here. Hey guys, before we get rolling, check the link down in the description below for the TriStar Trading link and go there, buy you some cool stuff. A lot of cool t-shirts over there. I've actually ended all of my t-shirts at the other place that they used to be at, and now I have a line of t-shirts at TriStar Trading. They also have a lot of other really cool stuff like this Whoopee jacket right here. Very warm jacket, very thin and lightweight, but super warm. So down here in Louisiana, our temperature's good. They were 78 2 days ago, and now they're 48. So I like something like this. I can throw in the truck. I can keep around the house, whatever. Super warm. But a lot of cool t-shirts, a lot of cool stuff over there. Check it out. The link is in the description down below. Again, TriStar Trading. Check them out. Guys, I'm in a little bit of a panic mode right now. I voted for Trump 3 times. This last time I voted for him knowing that Elon Musk would be directly involved in a lot of the things that he was doing, more specifically digging into the fraud, waste, and abuse that we have out there. And it looks like we have some bad news out there. Oh my God, check it out.
I don't like letting unelected officials, post. Yesterday, the Doge guys post classified information on their website, and they had to realize, we didn't realize that agency was a classified agency. You shouldn't let people run rampage through offices that have classified information.
Oh my God, did the Doge guys post classified information? Wait, there's more.
The Huffington Post today, they've got comment from an unnamed employee of the Defense Intelligence Agency, pointing out that among the data that Elon Musk's little group has posted online on their apparently totally insecure, half-baked website, is classified information about the National Reconnaissance Office, which is the federal agency that designs, builds, and maintains U.S. intelligence satellites. Quote, Doge just posted secret, no foreign, meaning nobody who's not a U.S. national is supposed to see it, no foreign info on their website. Currently, people are scrambling to check if their info has been accessed.
Oh my God! If Randy Maddow is upset, I'm upset. You mean to tell me that they posted headcount information of the NRO on the Doge website? It can't be! Twitter was on fire with this as well. Who could have seen this coming? Effing amateur hour, no guardrails. Congrats, America, maggots. Fire these kids now. As someone who, this is an expert. As someone who once held a TSSI clearance, I say, those who did that need prison time. Elon Musk Doge posts classified data on his new website. What happens when you put incompetence in charge? U.S. intelligence agency officials claims Elon Musk Doge publicized classified information on their new website. They cite Huffington Post also. Elon Musk Doge shares classified U.S. intel with the entire world. I'm a little ashamed that this guy is actually called Metalhead because he gives metalheads a bad name, but he states, this effing moron needs arrested and charged with espionage now! And the bottom one, no one can possibly be surprised by this. I went to Yahoo News. You know they're a credible source, right? They discuss the Doge website, and then they say, but the website was supposed to exclude data from U.S. intelligence agencies according to the fine print at the bottom of its main page. Then they sarcastically state the young whiz kids at Doge appear to have forgotten that part and included information about the National Reconnaissance Office, which is tasked with creating and maintaining satellites for U.S. intelligence. So again, as a voter for the Trump administration, and again, I knew that Elon was going to be a part of this, I had to check this out for myself. Surely these guys can't be telling the truth, right? So I went to the Doge website to see if this massive catastrophe is in this breach of all this classified information. Could it possibly be true? Did Elon really do this? I went to Doge, and after a couple of clicks, oh my God! It's really there. They really did this. The National Reconnaissance Office's data is there. They list the head count and they list the total wages of those people.
Why did you say that? Why? 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 You're my hero.
If I were to give you some money out of my wallet, would that ease the pain?
So when my outrage wore down a little bit and I kind of collected myself, I figured, well, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to put out my first negative Trump video of the year. And it's going to be a negative Elon video because clearly Elon dropped the ball. Crazy old dumb Elon, right? Oh, stupid Elon and his stupid whiz kids. So I did a little searching online to see what I could find. And on the very top of the first Google page that I searched, I found the same classified information. I typed in how many employees work at National Reconnaissance Office, the NRO, and again, this is a Google search. 3,000 personnel. Look who lists that personnel. The U.S. Intelligence Community Careers.gov. .gov meaning that is a website of the federal government. They say we're a hybrid organization of 3,000 personnel from the intelligence community, members of the Armed Services and Department of Defense civil personnel. I thought to myself, that can't be. So I went to their website, and as you can see, I'm on their website now. If you go to their About page and then you scroll down a little ways, you're going to find this same statement. We're a hybrid organization of 3,000 personnel from the intelligence community, members of the Armed Services and Department of Defense civilian personnel. Now, the number they posted of 3,000 personnel is certainly less than the 1,000 that Elon posts. But in many cases, if you are familiar with what Elon and these guys are doing, they don't count subcontractors and folks like that. A lot of these agencies, to make their organization look bigger and more powerful and more prestigious, they will list subcontractors and folks who are working under them who actually aren't on the federal payroll, but get a check from the Treasury Department as a subcontractor. So it's very likely that their number is reflective of that, since the Elon numbers are less. My question is, no one cares about either of those numbers, the 3,000 or the 1,000. I mean, honestly, no one cares. I doubt China and Russia are over there going, oh, they have this many. We got them now. Oh, we know how many people they got. They done screwed up now. You see, not only does no one care how many people they have working there, it is obviously not a danger in any kind of a way. Plus, with these numbers being posted online, regardless of whether or not they line up with Elon's numbers, why are these politicians going out there saying classified information was released? Now, granted, Elon and them do state at the bottom of this page that they don't include classified information from intelligence agencies. They don't consider, I'm sure of this, the intelligence people who are responsible for building and overseeing the launching and the controlling of intelligence satellites as something that the intelligence agency could actually make them less safe, if you will. What I mean by that is, if we know how many, and I am no friend of the intelligence agency, you guys need to know that. The CIA is not my friend. I'm sure the CIA is very well aware of where I'm sitting right now. So I'm not really a massive fan of theirs, and I'm not really a fan of all the stuff they're listening to in here right now as we speak. However, those people could be at risk, again, if you got specific about where their exact personnel were working, and you put the head count of the CIA, for instance, which, by the way, they're not on Doge's website. That's the more important intelligence people. Again, Johnny turning a wrench on a satellite that's going up, not really a big deal. Does anyone really care where Johnny lives? It's the guy who's embedded in Sudan or Somalia or Saudi Arabia even, that they're more worried about head counts there, because then people start counting and making a list and saying, all right, we got 3 accounted for here. Big difference between what we consider, you and I, and most smart people, for intelligence, than in one that says they are a subset of the intelligence agency because we turn wrenches on satellites. Now we've endangered these people. There ain't nobody, no clandestine effort looking for Johnny who turns a wrench on a satellite. Johnny's gonna be fine. Now, your boy Tim Kaine over here, remember he's a failed vice presidential candidate. He said that they also included budget information. Well, that must be pretty rough too. So I went to Google. Same thing. What is the annual budget of National Reconnaissance Office, NRO? Well, looky here. The NRA derives its funding both from the U.S. intelligence budget and the military budget. In 1971, the annual budget was estimated to be around $1 billion in nominal dollars, $7.5 billion real in 2025. Dug a little bit deeper, and guess what? Look at the title here. Now remember, this comes from, look at the top, U.S. House of Representatives Committee Repository. Fiscal year 2025, that is the current operating budget. Request for the National Reconnaissance Office and the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. You want to know specifically what their budget is? Go there and download it. This was literally on the first page of that search term that I had. Their budget is not a secret. In fact, I would say it's easier to get to on Google than it is to look at the numbers that Elon and them post. And remember, the budget information that they're saying that Elon shared was the payroll dollars associated with the headcount. That's it. That's it. Payroll dollars. That's all. Not how much they spend on satellites, not how much they spend on launching the satellites, managing the satellites. That's all. I found more information downloading their very detailed budget, which I'm not going to share because I don't want anybody to include me of making people less safe because I uploaded or showed you guys the actual budget. But just Google it. It's there. It's not hard to find. Again, first page. You don't have to dig for it. You know who else has a budget sitting out there that we can look all the way through? The Department of Defense, which includes the NRO. Well, that seems like a little bit of a national security breach. Who did that? Oh, look, it's the old Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin. I guess we got to lock him up, right? A lot of good information in there about the defense budget. Who's going to jail over this one? This ain't just a head count and the associated payroll dollars. This is some very detailed stuff down to the dollar of the Department of Defense. Now, I would imagine very soon Elon's going to be looking in this one too, because this is going to be the one along with Medicare that sheds the most light on corruption. You're going to see some never-ending contracts out there that simply don't expire, and no one's producing any goods or services. That's where I think you're going to find the bulk of the corruption. Probably Department of Education also, because that's one that, God forbid, you question the department. Oh, you want kids to be stupid, even though they're already stupid. You can't question some of these organizations. So they've taken, if you look at the ones that you can't question, Department of Defense, how dare you question that because you're trying to make people less safe within our borders. Medicare, how dare you question that? Do you want children to starve? And the Department of Education, how dare you question that? Do you want our children to be stupid? So those are ones that you're going to find that are a lot easier for people to hide and pack stuff into as far as corruption and waste. Because nobody, if you even whisper some kind of a question about it, like, where's that money going? Somebody's going to give you a little bit of blowback. And if you're a politician, you don't want that because, oh, you're on record for questioning Department of Education or Medicare. So that's where they're going to use, you're going to find a lot more stuff in these organizations out there like that because they're kind of off limits to the general public to ask questions about. Cool thing is, I'm not running for office, so I don't care. Now, why do I bring all this up? It's because I want you guys to see that the media and politicians, as I have long stated here and long said it as a big time priority of my own, to show you guys, not just tell you that the media and the politicians are lying to you, but to show you that they're lying to you. This whole video that I just showed you is full of them trying to light the world on fire and make a big deal out of something that is absolutely nothing. They don't tell you that you can find not only the same information that they are saying Elon leaked classified information, you can find much more and much more detail, not on some dark website, on Google, the world's biggest search engine. On the first page, everything you ever wanted to know and more, way more than Elon put out, which was again, head counts and budget dollars associated with that head count. These people are liars. Tim Kaine's a liar. Randy Maddow's a liar. All these media personnel, they're all liars. They lie to you. They are doing the bidding of the wackos on the far left. Now, you need proof how much they're liars? Let me show you. Media approval ratings are currently at an all-time low. Look at this chart right here. At the very top, you're going to notice the different types of organizations. The kind of blue and purplish categories, that's the broadcast news. ABC, CBS, NBC. Cable news is in the middle. Then you're going to have newspaper, which is kind of the greenish colors. And then you got NPR over to the far right. Oh, poor NPR. The old basement dwellers. Look at these columns. Among all adults on the far left, this is all political parties, all adults combined. That's probably the one you need to look at the most. However, I think the Democrat and the Republican columns show you who's more gullible and naive. But with all adults, look at the approval ratings here. Average 2024 credibility of the media, 55%. So all people combined, not Democrats, not Republicans, all media, even people who are non-political, they only give the media roughly a half approval rating. Half the country thinks the media is full of crap. And speaking of NPR, look at them down the bottom. They're the worst. They're less than 45% approval rating. So most of the country thinks NPR is full of crap. So let's defund it. Elon, I want you to look at NPR. Get rid of it. Quit taking my tax dollars. If most of the country thinks they're full of crap, let them fend for themselves. If they need to die on the vine, let them die on the vine. Of course, you look over here in the middle column among Democrats. Good Lord, these people, come on, man. I tell people all the time that both political parties, you know, we all understand they're all in it together, right? Especially in D.C. D.C., all these people are kind of striving for the same corruption and BS. But my God, there is a distinct difference between the two parties when it comes to gullible and being naive. Look at this. The Democrats, almost a 90% approval rating of ABC, CBS, and NBC. Over 80% their approval rating was, at least at one time in 2018. Currently, 2024, it's definitely dipped a little bit below 80%. But still, if you're hovering at 78% approval rating of these, those are some of the biggest liars on the planet. And then you go down to cable. Your cable's down at the bottom. Of course, they really hate Fox News. And they give a mid-level report of NPR there. But look over here at the right with Republicans. I am glad to say I consider myself more of a conservative than a Republican, but nevertheless, I do fall into that Republican category. I just don't agree with all the silliness that they agree. That wholeheartedly, I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative. But look at their distrust of the media. Look how far down some of these agencies are. Overall, for all of the news agencies, the Republicans have a credibility rating of those news agencies, all of them, including Fox News, combined of a 46% approval rating. So less than half of the country, even including the Fox News that they threw in there, less than half of the country of Republicans think these people have any credibility. So I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not. And most of you out there, believe me, if they polled any of you, which I never get polled for some reason, but if they polled any of you, I know where your numbers are. They're right there on that same right-hand column with all those Republicans, because we don't trust any of them. There's not an agency they listed on this chart that I think has any real credibility. They all parrot the same stuff. They all try to move the needle at whichever way it benefits them the most. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about actual information. Any legitimate, real journalist would have taken what Tim Kaine said while he was saying it and said, "Sir, this isn't really classified information because I just pulled it up on my phone while we were talking." But they're not doing that. They're not doing that because they like the message that's being sent out there. They're all in bed together. You think I'm lying? Politicians aren't any better. Congressional approval ratings at an all-time low as well. Starting back in January of 2021, this is a 4-year snapshot of approval ratings. Shocking to me that the president was ever above 50%. Old Potato Head Biden's approval rating was just at or under 40% whenever he pretty much finished off his vacation after 4 years of being on vacation. But look at these other numbers right here. This is Congress. Direction of country rating in yellow. Direction of the country, they have it listed at less than 25% approval rating. Congressional approval rating is even lower than that. You're looking at 18 or 19% approval rating. That is absolutely pathetic. So 1 in 5 Americans, this ain't Republicans, this ain't Democrats, this ain't libertarians, this ain't even people who aren't politically affiliated. This is every single American that was polled in this poll rates congressional approval at less than 19%. 1 in 5 Americans think Congress is full of crap. Look at this right here. This was last year in 2024. At the end of April, congressional approval was at 19% and disapproval was at 70%. So there's another chart that shows disapproval. I thought that was pretty interesting too. The 118th Congress saw its lowest ever approval rating this month, hitting 13%. From April 25th to 29th. So during that week in April, they dipped all the way down to 13%. That's the whole country disapproving of Congress at the tune of 87%. The highest approval rating that Congress has ever received, 33%. Last seen on April 21st of 2023. They're all liars. Every damn one of them. The media, Congress, they all lied to you. They all have an agenda. The worst thing that ever happened to the media and to politicians was the internet. I understand that there's a whole lot of bad stuff that came with the internet, but it brought with it the ability to research stuff. I understand there's websites out there that are full of crap. I mean, I just showed you a couple, Yahoo and Huffington Post. But there are places you can go, well, like the .gov websites. While they may not care, the .govs, if you have a good, a favorable opinion of them or not, when they're posting actual numbers like I just showed you, it's kind of hard to dispute that when you have somebody saying this is classified information, yet I can go straight to a .gov with no security clearance, not having to log in. Anybody with a Google account, Obama phone, doesn't matter what you got, you can get in there and look at the same data that I looked at. This is the way that you show that they're liars. You have these people out there enraged that Elon is leaking classified information, and it takes every bit of 30 seconds to realize that they're lying to you. They know they're lying. That's the part that probably makes me the most mad. If I had somebody out there that was ignorant or stupid, like a lot of Democrats, let's be honest, they're going to be repeating these numbers. Well, they're stupid people. Like, they're dumb. They're not smart enough or they're too lazy to actually investigate. But these other people here, the Yahoos, the Huffington Post, the Senator Tim Kaine, the Randy Maddow from MSNBC, they know better. Those people do know better. And they know that a large majority of the country is stupid and will believe them. They know that all they have to do is say those words and those dummies will take it and run with it. You see it on X. When you have all these accounts out there parroting the same BS, not one of them took the time to see if what they were sharing was BS. Not one of them. And they all eagerly reposted all of this BS without, for even a brief moment, not questioning a single word of it. Because they're lazy and they're stupid. And it's easier to pass on this stuff from the, quote, experts, like the politicians and the media, than it is to do a 30-second Google search. But I bet you every single one of those same idiots that's reporting all this stuff and parroting all the BS, I bet they can tell you who came in second in the 4th season of American Idol. They can do that. But they can't tell you what the 4th Amendment is about. We got a problem in America, and it's not Elon Musk. It's stupid people.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a